What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Best Salmon Homestead, coming to you from the Old Byrd Farm. And today we're gonna do some kind of interesting but a little bit nerve-wracking kind of stuff. So we're trying to clear some of these trees out from around the Old Byrd farmhouse, and some of them I'm probably not going to try myself till I get somebody up there to climb it, but there's a few of them we can go ahead and pull. And so I'm going to show you guys how we plan on taking a couple of these big trees down. So we're going to use, got them laid out here somewhere. We're going to use cables and pulleys so that when I cut my lead, we can put just a little bit of tension on the tree and the way of my lead, the way I want it to go. And we're also going to use rope as well as a pulley with the tractor as a counterweight. And one of the reasons we're going to use that rope is because I'm not trying to pull the tree down. I'm just trying to get it started the direction I want it to go. And should the tree decide to go in a little bit different direction, that tree weighs more than that Kubota. So with the cable being really strong, it could jerk the Kubota, you know, do some damage. It might be sitting on it. So we're going to use the rope. So if that does happen, it'll just snap the rope, no big deal. And when it comes down, everybody will be out of the way. So we'll set it up, I guess, on time lapse and get started hooking it up. Alright guys, so we got our first chain hooked up to our cable. We got another chain hooked up around this big tree down here to our block and tackle, and I'm in the process of tying off this rope to the end of our cable so that we can get this thing started. Alright guys, so we've got our rigging all set up. I did go ahead and double the rope up just so I'd have a little extra pulling power, but it'll still, you know, act as a safety in case a tree goes the wrong way, so it doesn't pull Robert off the Kubota. And we've got our block and tackle hooked up to this big tree, back to the chain at the top. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to start at the bottom and cut my lead at the bottom. Now once I get my lead cut, or mostly cut, we're going to go ahead and put tension on the cable. And then where I cut my lead, and I'll show you guys as I do it, where I cut my lead, I'm going to have to go back in and cut the heart out. So I'll have the lead, and then I'm going to go in just a little bit further because that heart can twist. So I'm going to cut just through the center, through the heart, and then I'll go on the back side and we'll start to drop it. If everything goes according to plan, this trunk, this part right here, should fall right here, and then that second limb, it could possibly break off on its way down, but if it does, it'll probably maybe tap the corner of the barn, which is a big loss, but hopefully that second limb comes down right over here by the where the metal is. So we'll get all this set back up, double check all of our knots and all of our connections. Also, on a safety note, you guys see when Robert starts to pull here, one reason we have the tractor facing forward is because he can lift those forks up and have that big grill up in front of his face. So if anything does snap or come loose, he's gonna have a big piece of metal up there in front of him. And I'm gonna be behind the tree, obviously, when I start to drop it. And as soon as it starts to go, you'll see me move at a high rate of speed back the other direction, as high a rate of speed as I go back the other way. See where it hits the ground at. Here goes nothing. Yes, sir. Don't get much better than that. Love it when a plan comes together. All right, guys. So you can see how it needled a little bit. I didn't go quite as far as I should on my heart cut, but the heart goes real far back on this old oak. But it just gives you an idea of how pretty this wood's going to be. It's going to be phenomenal. And so, honestly, just honestly, Robert, that was the easy part.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, and my work here is done. Right. I gotta head back to the house. Because now we gotta clean it all up. Oh goodness, that's a big old tree.
Yes, it is.
Well, I guess we'll get her cleaned up, but that was just an idea of how you drop a tree. If you feel comfortable, don't really recommend doing it unless you've dropped a few, not for your first tree.
Yeah.
But you know, using a little safety measures, probably could have dropped it in the same spot without the blocks and tackles. But why test it when it took us an extra, what, 30 minutes to set up, you know, just to make sure that it went exactly where we wanted it to. Now there are some up here, we got all the rest of these to get, but this one we'll probably be able to tackle, this one right here, because we'll be able to do the same thing and pull it further out. But some of these, even though I could drop them in the right spot, the limbs are hanging out so far over the roof, even if no matter where I drop the tree, a limb is still very likely to hit the roof. We do not want to hit the new roof, so we'll have somebody come out here, an arborist with the climbing gear, to get up there, and they'll take the limbs and probably even this big tree, go ahead and have them top part of this and some of the limbs. Just not worth saving a couple bucks to risk messing up the new roof, so, or the house. So that's the plan. All right, guys, well, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure and like, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned over on Watch Your Step to watch us clean all this big old tree up, and then we're going to be doing a special milling edition on Watch Your Step, where some of these bigger logs here we're going to cut into wood to use somewhere around the farm.
Yeah, for sure. It'd be awesome.
Yeah.